What you're about to find out from this video is the most up-to-date current energetic insights for Starseeds and Earthseeds straight from various galactic races and the Galactic Federation.
We are going to connect directly to the Sirians, the Lyran Avians, the Lyran Felines and the Orions, Minataka, to provide you with specific guidance and intel for Starseeds for October 2022 and the upcoming months.
And there's also going to be a very important update from the Galactic Federation that we want to share with you. We're going to get started with the Galactic Federation update. So this is something that actually happened a couple of weeks ago, and for those of you who follow us on other social media channels, you may already know, but for those of you who are new to our space, well, every single week we lead spiritual development classes for Starseeds in so-called Quantum Club. We've been doing it for the last couple of years, and a couple of weeks ago we took our group to the Galactic Federation ship. And I mean, you know, our consciousness, not our body. Our body is still staying where it is. And we've learned something incredible. In fact, we've witnessed a historic moment that is massive news for Earth.
So I led a group of our online membership and we collectively elevated our consciousness together. And as Ria's just pointed out, we connected to the Galactic Federation. And we witnessed history, and we witnessed there was a passing of legislation, if you like, business. We witnessed business being done around the table, and they all voted. All the member races voted on the controlled withdrawal of the intruder races from Earth, and that was passed. And as such, that's now been recorded in the Galactic Federation's archives. And so over the next 12 to 18 months here on Earth, we are going to witness a managed withdrawal of the intruder races that have been here for eons.
Yeah, any negative extraterrestrial races that have influence over Earth, you know, we may not see them visibly in the third dimension, but the energy is very, very present in the systems of power and control. We'll see easing of that. But there is also another even more historical moment that we have witnessed. There's two chairs that have been prepared for our own representatives from Earth. And as I'm saying that, I'm welling up. In fact, when we actually were there with the group, everybody was really moved to tears. It was such a powerful moment. And just the recollection of it makes me really, really proud. Because for the first time, we will have representation of humans in the Galactic Federation. And of course, this will take time. This is something that's been discussed for centuries. We've known that it would happen, but we actually saw the spaces prepared for human representatives. And before you ask, okay, who's gonna be chosen, etc., we will choose as new humanity.
Not we as to, but humanity in general.
No, we don't.
It's going to be decided by the people, for the people. We will all decide as humans.
I can tell you it's not going to be Aaron because he's not very good at diplomacy, and neither am I. But I am. But it's going to be. We've kind of felt like it's going to be one male, one female to represent the divine union of frequencies, and we also felt that there will be people from various races, as in, you know, skin colors, etc. So it's not going to be like homogenic. There's going to be diversity of our Earth population represented, and we will make a choice who that is going to be. So I'm really proud, and I'm praying that we have beautiful representatives that will do us justice on this Galactic Federation forum. And for those of you who don't know what Galactic Federation is, it's the organization of various races. I know as humans we often say it's Galactic Federation of Light, but in fact there are also the races that perhaps we feel like the negative polarity, like the reptilians. They also represented, as well as the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, and all the good guys. But basically the Galactic Federation's job is to keep peace and harmony across our multiverse.
That's correct. So exciting times ahead. Just wanted to share that exciting news for you. which literally has come to light over the last sort of few weeks. So that's a real sort of exciting update, and something that we can really be thrilled and look forward to. Humanity finally being free, finally having representation at the Galactic Federation. Exciting times indeed. But without further ado, let's now transition into October's energy update from the different races. So let me tell you how this is going to run, but before you do, a little bit about ourselves. If you're new to our channel, I'm Aaron Lazar, a multidimensional psychic, Akashic Records expert, channel to various galactic races and mentor to Starseeds. In this video, I'll be giving you the benefit of my direct connection and close relationship with multiple different races of light beings to bring about channeled information relevant to Starseeds specifically.
I'm Ria, I'm his wife privately, but I'm also a Starseed and a Starseed activator. My area of specialism is light languages, and generally I have this incredible gift for activating other Starseeds' abilities. So as soon as people come to my orbit, the light languages come alive, and other supernatural abilities, which as Starseeds we know, they're actually our birthright. So what you may hear me do during the connection is speak languages other than Earth's languages, such as Arcturian or Lemurian or Sirian. I will let you know what I'm doing, but I also channel beings of light, albeit in a slightly different manner than Aaron. So when Aaron channels, he just relays what's coming in from the quantum field. I often first say it in extraterrestrial language, such as Arcturian, and then I translate.
So if you know what Starseed you are, you're going to hear messages directly from your soul family. But even if you're not sure of your Starseed origins just yet, stay tuned, as what I'm going to share with you is relevant to all types of Starseeds. After all, regardless of our individual missions, we're here for one purpose: to raise the level of collective consciousness and usher in the new Earth.
So these Starseed updates will be published on our channel every month. And if you are new, then please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss another update. There's one more thing. On the 17th of this month, I am leading a free Starseed activation training. The link is in the description below. If you are watching it before the 17th, join in. If you are doing it after, there will probably be a replay available for a short period of time, so you might just catch it. So first, let's connect to the Sirians.
So I'm just zoning in. Just give you a commentary. I'm just moving my point of attention outside of my body. My eyes may be open, but my point of attention is off. And I can feel their energy coming up through my chest, and I'm just collecting to their energy. Again, with Sirians, it's always a trust but verify job. So even though I've worked with them over 1,000 times, they're now in the process of scanning me before they allow me access into their collective consciousness grid. It's passing up, through, and I'm in. Okay. So this is me speaking to the Sirians. I'm just requesting any information update that you can provide us with for the month of October here on Earth for the collective. And if you could just give that to me now, that'd be great. Thank you. We can, through our technologies, we can sense the frequency changes within your planet. We sense much tension, we sense much stress, and we sense the amplification of lower density vibrational signatures on your planet, perpetuated by the control grids. At this point in your transition, you need to pay attention to your vibrational state, and you need to work on your vibrational state to counteract the influence which is being put on you by the control grids. We are actively monitoring you individually as well as collectively, and we are also, with our technologies, monitoring your planet's vibrational grid. We are pleased to report that everything is on track. We are pleased to report that the ascension of the vibration of your planet is proceeding according to plan. And we can, however, we would issue a warning to you that your personal vibrational states seem to be fluctuating between elation and worry and stress and concern. And it is no surprise to us that we observe this frequency fluctuation on an individual and on a collective level, considering the trials and tribulations that your species is going through at the moment. But we would just issue you with some encouragement. Your trajectory is going according to plan, and the vibration of the planet is the most important thing. And this is following its plotted trajectory and its plotted pathway. And as the race of species that lives upon this planet, that whose frequency is shifting, you are passengers in this process. However, you can make the journey less volatile, you can make the journey less bumpy, and you can make this period smoother for yourselves. And it's to pay attention to your own personal vibration. As we have said to you, we are measuring this both individually, collectively, and on a planetary level, and everything is going to plan. Everything is okay. We wish to reassure you during this transmission and to reassure you during this message. However, you have a role to play. However, just because you can appreciate that the journey is a done deal, and that this ascension process is going to take place, it does not mean that you don't play your part or you don't put any effort into helping this process along. It is in your interests to do so. In fact, we would suggest that the more of you focus your attention into your vibrationary level on an individual and therefore a collective level, the transition period would actually be shortened. It is again free will. It is again, the ball is in your court, and your actions are entirely up to yourselves. We are merely here offering you information and merely here guiding you. We aren't the only race which is monitoring your planet. Your planet, especially at this moment in its conjecture, and this moment in its history galactically, has attracted an awful lot of attention. Not just from our race, but from races all around the multiverse, all around the galaxies. Eyes are currently on Earth and the period that you are going through. You've heard this many times before, but we would reiterate the same point, that you do not have long left to wait. And you are literally in the final throes of this process. The vibrational signature of your planet is blooming like a flower. It's blooming and it's accelerating, and it is not visible. The frequency isn't visible to your retina and to your eyes, but it is visible to our technology. It is visible to other races, and it is like watching a beautiful light show. It is like watching a beautiful performance of frequency, which every single race that can observe this can appreciate. The most ironic thing is that you are part of one of the greatest symphonies in modern times galactically, and yet you are unable to perceive this with your physical senses. But just trust us when we tell you that the show is beautiful, everything is on track, everything is going according to plan, and your trajectory is going according to the timelines previously foretold. What you need to pay attention to is your own personal vibrational level, and your own personal vibrational level plus that of the collective. But again, you have nothing to worry about. This is a message of encouragement.
Thank you so much, Sirians. As Aaron was channeling this message, straight away I got a download of energy that I'm going to transmit to you, because as the energy has been coming through, I straight away could feel it in my solar plexus. And what is available for everybody watching it, if you're willing, is actually a personal energetic upgrade to stabilize your frequency. It'll be sent in the Syrian language straight to your solar plexus here, to your core. and absorbed, and it's almost going to act like an energy stabilizer. So as they've mentioned, these peaks and troughs, these ups and downs in frequency, you'll be more stable in your vibrational state. So it's not going to be so much about just raising your vibration, but also stabilizing it at a higher level. So if you wish so, you can just relax now, open your field up, and I'm going to transmit this frequency. If you say a telepathic yes, it's going to come in the form of a Sirian light language. Kate mina ara ase turu usa ame ea ara kame sukuruma terasu etaramate si tara kera era turu mse kitaru karamese era tura ase ea arama etekuru era sa dera sikuru me dara ase era akamate ura ase etara amasa era ate era akamase era sa ata ade Kua mate ida ama atasa atakare ida are ida mu ida ame ida ama ade ea ada ade ide ua ea kua ma sikara etaru etara etasi era ara ake ea ma atu ure ida ame eta ama ate kera eta surutu emera atamura karamade itara Tera ura tera ma kurusera karamekara urusu keramura tarasera tara a era kurame tara asera ara ade edara ea karamaru udure ara ade edara adara ada era adara ada are edata era a. So feel this energy stabilizing your frequency.
Feel it across my chest.
And just let it spread around your physical and energetic body, and know that this activation is now complete, and this frequency will help you anchor in at a higher level and be less prone to this vibrational drops.
Okay. And so what, just receive that. I send gratitude in this moment to the Sirians. If we could all do the same and just send out a mental thank you, just send out some appreciation to the Sirians. Thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. To enjoy this new connection, you can open up to them. They came and found you specifically.
Have different guides depending on what you need to do at this stage of your mission or of your journey. Tell them about whatever you need to tell them, ask for help, and also feel the connection, as in build a relationship with them.
The ones you've got around you are meant for you. They came specifically for you. So unlike other channels to different energies, I'm able to connect to whichever race I point my consciousness towards. But in order to do that, the frequencies are very different and the bands of energy are very, very different. So the next race I'm going to connect to here are the Lyran Avians, and I'm going to channel them. But in order to do that, I'm just shaking off the Sirian frequency. With all due respect to the Sirian frequencies, but different races, energies, they don't mix. So you need to kind of cleanse your field. Think of it like if you're in a perfume shop and you've got 1,000 different perfumes or aftershaves, depending on what you're shopping for. After sort of 2 or 3 smells, your brain gets a bit confused, and so you need to, they give you that little jar of coffee beans to smell, and it cleanses your senses, and you can go again. So it's a little bit like that. Think of it like that, where I'm just, when I'm talking here, giving the analogy that I'm just cleansing my field before we move on to Lyran Avians.
This is not just your Starseed update, it's also your experience. So you'll be able to experience those energies. So we're now going to connect to Lyran Avians, which is a beautiful, very less known Lyran race. We're actually going to connect to both Lyrans, Avians and Felines. Avians first, Lyran Felines later. You may be familiar with Lyran Felines because there's a lot about Lyran Felines. Everybody knows about them. Lyran Avian race are very also similar to humans. They look pretty much like us, apart from big wings. I've got actually wing earrings in the honor.
They've got huge wings that they have coming off them.
So they look like angels, and they're very similar in appearance to us. And the underlying principle and value for Lyran Avians is freedom. Is that frequency of freedom and flow. There's so many beautiful upgrades from them, but let's see what they've got to tell our collective for the month of October.
I'm just tuning into them. And again, it's just a different location in the quantum field, different band of energy. So I'm just taking a second to tune in. It's like tuning a wireless radio in and you're trying to find the station. So this is what I'm doing now. Just give you a backdrop in what I'm doing here. Okay, I've got them. Okay, I'm connected in, and this is me talking to them. Welcome today, and thank you so much for your frequency being available, as it always is. I come with honour, love and respect for your race, your beautiful race. And I'm recording a video here today for the collective to go out, and it's an energy update for October, the month of October in this year. And I just would request that you provide us with a message or some insight, perhaps, because I know you'll be monitoring what's going on Earth, and if you can provide us with some insights for the collective and also for Lyran Avians Starseeds who've come from your amazing star race, that would be much appreciated. And if you could give that to me now, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. We very much appreciate the energy in which you approached us here today, and we have to say that the feeling is mutual and the feeling is reciprocal. You've seen, we know that you have seen our planet, and we know that you have communicated much information to the various groups that you work with back on your planet, and we're very grateful for this, because our species and our race isn't spoken about enough on your planet, and we would encourage you to do this as much as possible, because you are related to us genetically, and we are extremely proud of not only our race, evidently, but obviously of your race as well. And we do take an interest in your planet and how things are progressing for you. But obviously, your society has been controlled, and your society has been polluted in many aspects, and we would draw your attention to your food systems and your methods of farming and agriculture. As you've seen on our planet, we are extremely agricultural in nature, and we are not only mindful of the environment, but we also grow and develop our species sustainably. And what we can see on your planet is a complete insustainability, and we can see that there is a lot of pollution, and there is a lot of ways in which your reality has been distorted. And what we can see through future timelines is how this is going to change for you on your planet, and your planet is going to come more in line with what you've observed here on Lyra in our system, where your air is completely clear, where your planet is completely abundant. And it is when this occurs that you will be able to look back with then new perspective and just realize how corrupted your planet had become. You don't quite see this yet, because you're currently in this transition where the old is being purged and the old is being shed. But when you take yourself forward and you look back, you will realize just how prevalent this was. And we are so happy for you that you are going to witness a transition to a new paradigm and a new way of acting, thinking, and perceiving the world, more in tune with your beautiful planet. We love our planet, we love our system, but your planet is just as beautiful. It is different to ours, but it is beautiful in its own way. We admire the frequency of Gaia. We admire the frequency of all of you. It is just, your planet is going through a big shift and a big change. And it is just something to be mindful of and something to look forward to. And I know you requested a energy update for a specific month, but this is more of a generalized message of hope for you. And many of you are looking for answers, and many of you are living in hope that things will change. And we're here to tell you that things do change, and we can see the trajectory that your planet is on. You know our history, you know the history that we went through during what was termed the Orion Wars, and we have had a tumultuous and troubled past. We have come through this and we've transitioned through this, and now we would say that we were better for it. We've learned from situations that have happened previously in our system, and these trials and tribulations won't be repeated. And it'll be the same for you and your species on Earth, that you will look back at this period that you are just about to go through and just about to leave, and you will learn the lessons from this and you won't repeat them. And what is happening at the moment will be confined to your history books, will be confined to your archives, and it will be there serving as a lesson to you of what not to do again, and places that you would never go as a species. But you are nearing the end of the current age that you have lived through, and you are approaching a new dawn of the ages. And it is a more beautiful dawn, it is a more sustainable dawn, it is an equitable dawn, it is a dawn of love, it is a dawn of light, it is a dawn where you see your fellow human being for who they are at essence, which is love and which is light. All of the division that has been bestowed upon you will begin to melt away. All of the identities that you have taken on and the labels that you have taken on will begin to be meaningless and will begin to melt away as you see each other for who you truly are. It is a beautiful time, and we just wish you encouragement. We send you nothing but love. We send you nothing but respect, much in the same way that you've approached us here today. You have our honor and you have our respect, and thank you for spreading our message. We send you much love today.
What I feel called to do as we were connecting is there is a frequency that I want to send, which is a frequency encoded in the Lyran Avian light language. And this is meant specifically to awaken any of you who are either Lyran Avians Starseeds or have had an incarnation as a Lyran Avian and are not aware. Because I feel like what it is almost like a forgotten race, and there is very little information. So you may not even be aware of your affinity and your connection to them because you're not aware of them. So this frequency will awaken the memories of any Lyran Avian Starseeds or people who have been at some point in the soul journey incarnated as a Lyran Avian. So I'm going to just open up and just transmit like a sample of this frequency, and if it's stirring anything in your field, your memories may start coming back. You may feel even emotional, or you may just feel the sense of familiarity. So just try it and see if this is something that resonates with you. Kia maratara sulu kule teratia kulu deria turu suru teraria turu kulu para il calamane kulu kusuka yadara kera malaturu turu yatara hasira da kulu kuleria riteria turu sukara mene kulu kulu resiar kulu mare tera suru kule mina rasare io turu kule mina kara kulu sia takara kalame rusira era turu si calamane kulu sukure tia sare dara sira la duru dia dara si dara mera dara si era tu kurumane la sikara tu kulumena tia sara da kia sakuru luduria dra sera tu rusuri tia sara minurosu era kalamira tu rusuri tia nuru dra sera tu rusuri tia kuru tia sara su turu kia sara tu rusu. Beautiful. So just sending gratitude from my heart to the beautiful Lyran Avian race, which is one of my personal favorites. We work together very closely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you indeed feel like you are Lyran Avian Starseed, and if that frequency resonated, drop a comment below and let us know, because there may be some materials we can point you out in order for you to find more about Lyran Avians, because there's very little on the internet. So that was the Lyran Avian update. And now let's stay with Lyra, but let's just connect to the other Lyran race, which is the Lyran Feline race.
So what I'll do is for the next two, because we've got the Orions coming next, like I said, we've got a full house today, but the Lyran Felines, what we'll do is we'll connect I'll go in and connect to these frequencies, and I'll bring them down and I'll anchor them. And then if you take over with a channeled activation or channeled message or channeled energy, that'd be fantastic. So from here, again, I'm just cleansing my system.
These frequencies are very similar, actually.
Yes, they are, yeah. But so this next one is going to be the Lyran Felines, that's the cats.
Big cats.
And so, again, same process, I'm just cleansing off, doing the equivalent of smelling the coffee beans now. If I was in a perfume shop, I'm just cleansing that off. Again, sending the Lyran Avians love and a thank you and appreciation. And I'm just now tuning my consciousness into another band of energy. And this time, I'm looking for the Lyran Felines. Here they are. Got them. Okay, again, subtle difference in the energetic signature. I'm just going in, I'm anchoring that, and I'm bringing it back. There we go, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to start by channeling it in the language, and then I'm going to translate. I will be translating as I go along. Kai mei toi soi kara kare ki a kuia te a mai sei ora e a mai a kai sei kai tui sui ara te a ka mai sei dai ai sui e ta ka mai a kuiu kai a tera si kai a mai a tui o sei. Mei a tui e kai mei sui kai nei tui sui tai ti a sahi kai muru kuia kara mei a tara sei. Era kuia mai tai sei kai mai tai sui kai nei mai sai tui o sare ki a karai kara suru ti a tara sera kura kai kara kai. Okay, so this Lyran feline message regards two things. One is regarding the activation of divine feminine. The other one is about hierarchy. So let's start with the activation of divine feminine. There is a stirring of divine feminine frequencies. The feminine frequencies are coming online, and the reminder from the feline race is that respect is needed on all sides. That respect is needed towards the awakening feminine, but also the feminine needs to address the masculine energies with equal respect. That's the only way to maintain balance. So Lyran feline frequency is this beautiful, strong, feminine frequency, but it does not have contempt for the masculine. So this is a reminder of remaining balanced, remaining strong, and that confidence that comes from knowing your identity, confidence that comes from tapping into the energy that is your birthright, does not mean contempt to other energies. It's about actually understanding, it's about being respectful to other energies, and remaining in a perspective of love and non-judgment, because the source of confidence is love, and healthy self-love actually opens you up to more love for other beings, not less love. So this is the reminder of that. So the next reminder of the feline royal bloodline. Feline have a totally different way of looking at hierarchy. Yes, our society is hierarchical. Yes, we have respect for our elders. And yes, there's some of us that are in position of power and authority. But it's also a complete different perspective than the one you've got on Earth. It's an honor here to be in a position of authority because you serve the whole community. And we want to awaken the spark of any feline starseeds, especially the ones that carry this frequency of this royal bloodline, of this strong and powerful way of leading. So these will be codes of leaderships that I'm going to transmit in a second from them to awaken the divine leadership. Leadership that does not come from believing that anybody who you lead, anybody that follows you is any lesser than you. No, you're just being given more responsibility. Also, as a reminder here, not to be afraid of responsibility. Step into your power. If you are being given a position of leadership, it's an honor. Don't shy away from it. Don't be humble for the sake of being humble. Embrace it, step up to it, and be the leader that you were born to be. So if you want to receive those leadership codes, this spark of Lyran Feline frequency, if you perhaps resonate with this frequency, or if you feel like you're being called to a position of leadership, no matter what industry, no matter what capacity, this is a gift from them. Receive it. Kamai tura sukara kaya maitai seita sutu kuya maya tarakia kuya maitai sekai kuitu sui taramika yato sukara mai kanu kuyu kumai ne amai karu sukuya te kayu baya karameka sukuyu mai nai sikai kai kuitu tu asara kia kuru era mai kai suyu tu kuya sakara mi karu kuru seya taramara kete sukuyu mai te suitu tu da sikai maya tara sukuru marita era kai ara katuru sekaraia kata sukuru dia saya mai ne mayutu sukaya baya sita rakai kuya sitara mai kuru kuya katia sakaya mai tui e amaya tai uyu tai kai mai se karu kuya ta sikaya baya ta sekuru kuya mai ta satia to kusuru te nakaya sakaramani usukure baya de akarameda kuru kosikara baya ta suturu karameda kare kura kira kiara kuru kusukura ma neru kura mai ta sataru tu sakari katuru makare kaya kaya bara ta sikaturu tura mari kaya ta saite kuitu sukura kaya e aturu mai ta kai sikai kai te tutu sukuru kuru kia kuya sai tu ya sai kuru kusia kaya kuru sei karu turu. So take this frequency in. It's just coming to an end, this transfer, but will awaken the codes and rewire the way you look at leadership, whether it's from a position of leader or from a position of follower, depending on what role you play in a particular context. Thank you. You can send gratitude for the felines, for this message, and for this energetic upgrade.
Sending gratitude. Thank you to the Lyran Felines. Sending gratitude from our hearts. So if we can just send an appreciation and a thanks to them. I'm just disconnecting. Just cleansing my field. Some quantum coffee beans there that my field is cleansing with. So the next race is going to be the Orions, or the Minataka, as they're sometimes known. And just now moving my consciousness and I'm tuning into them. Okay, I can feel it surge up through my body. I'm plugged in now. I'm just bringing this down, just anchoring this down. And over to you, Ria.
This message is very important. It is regarding the sovereignty of human DNA. That sovereignty is being challenged. It's being manipulated on all fronts. You are being molded to be a species that you may not have been designed to be. So never forget who you are deep down in your core. Your own genetic material, your own DNA is the code of divinity. And it's also the code of your humanity, as it is in its fullest. Your expression of this DNA can be altered. However, at its core, it remains what it is. So please trust your heart and engage only in behaviors that express your full human DNA in its entirety, how you have been divinely designed. Please be careful of any repetitive behaviors that may alter the very fabric of who you are as a species. We're observing it on a collective level and we're observing it also on an individual level. Please be aware that your human genome can be altered by years or generations of repeated behavior. Be mindful how you relate to technology. Be mindful how various devices are making you engage in repetitive actions that then change the way your body reacts. Be very mindful what you put in your system. Put any food, any medical procedures, any ways of even exercising, relating, commuting, anything that is actually not feeling right to you. Remember, your body has signals that it sends to you. You can be in touch with your very fabric, with your very DNA, and your body will guide you to the right decisions to express yourself fully in your own divinity. So whenever you're in doubt, do not look for information outside of you. If you're looking for diet plans, if you're looking to lose weight, if you're looking to gain muscle, if you're looking to slow down aging, do not even look outside of you. Do not look to experts, because your body is an expert in its own rights. Your body is an expert in its own right. Your body is an expert in its own right. This is our message to you. Trust your divine intuition and trust your instinct. Your instinct is the way your body speaks to you. And it will scream at you if something doesn't feel right. It will scream at you when something feels off. And it will also give you signals when something feels totally right for you. So do trust your instinct. Do trust the intelligence encoded in your body, because it is your very divinity. And that's the end of the message. So,
sending gratitude.
Thank you.
Sending thanks. If everybody listening to this, you could send out appreciation and send out gratitude from your heart center as a thank you to the Orions and the Minataka. Thank you. I'm just disconnecting now. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring us into sovereignty. Any energetic cords, ties or bonds created between us, any of us watching this, as a part of this process, I disconnect, dissolve, I rescind, and I send all this energy back to source. So I just want you to imagine that you're bringing all your energy back to your solar plexus. We're all doing the same. Any energetic cords, ties or bonds created between us, consciously or unconsciously as a part of this process, I disconnect, dissolve, rescind, and send all this energy back to source as all of us come back into complete and utter sovereignty as a group of individual souls and consciousness. Thank you.
This episode is brought to you by the Quantum Club. The Quantum Club is a membership program designed to help you develop your spiritual abilities, such as connecting to your galactic soul family as guides, speaking light languages, channeling, transmitting and receiving light technology. Every week we hold live sessions and work with you energetically on a deep level to unlock your divine intuitive gifts, to connect deeper than ever before with your higher self and galactic light beings. To find out more, head to bit.ly/Galactic Club. That's bit.ly/Galactic Club. See you there.
thank you very much for tuning into this month's energy upgrade. I hope you enjoyed the activations that were completely spontaneous and provided by the races that we work with. If you would like weekly upgrades and a whole plethora, over 100 hours worth of this type of connections and galactic education, we invite you on board the Quantum Club, which is our membership, where we connect to various races on a weekly basis, and where you get also access instantly to a library of over 100 hours of recorded content just like this.
So click the link below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for every single update every single month, and make sure you don't miss a single thing. Thanks so much for joining us for today's energy update for October 2022, and we will see you on the next one.